Monday, week 3. You can see our staff is lining up at the chapel to do a little welcome for opening ceremonies. I talked about that in last week's video. Hey Tucker, say hello.
Hi.
Tucker's here to hang out with us for OCs.
Yep.
I'm just doing a little Monday check-in video. So, it was very hot today, like 100 and something as it feels like, but it had a nice breeze all day, and if you stayed in the shade, it was actually fairly tolerable. So it wasn't too bad. We pushed a lot of water, we took lots of breaks, and yeah, now we're gonna go get hyped up for our opening ceremonies. And so stay tuned, and we'll see you as we go throughout week 3. So we're at another Monday. It's super fun. During opening ceremonies, I just have a few things I need to knock out. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then hopefully we'll get back there to catch the tail end of opening ceremonies. And this is me walking back to the office because we have a new policy about keys. And I'm an old dog learning new tricks. So I gotta go get the keys, and then we'll get going on our tasks. It's not a lot of stuff. I just have to button 2 or 3 things up from this afternoon. We had a regular playground swing break on us that I got fixed, but I'm realizing I didn't tighten something. And then I gotta fix one more thing on the swings down by the pond, and then those will be ready to rock. So just trying to button some things up this evening. So I just had to put some new little hooks on this guy. I wanted to make sure that I remembered to tighten them, because if you don't tighten them, they just bend. And that's not any fun for anyone, because that means the swing is out of order. So, in fact, I think that's what happened. So we're going to drive back over to East Side now. Looks like we're missing a tether ball over here on East Side. So maybe we'll try and locate that tomorrow. But driving to West Side to work on one more thing, and then back to opening ceremonies. So this is maybe the little less glamorous part of camp, less fun part, I guess, but still super necessary. So I'm just sitting down with some of my receipts so far for this week to get those coded so I can get those turned in, checking some schedules, and I need to work on a list to send out some people. So this is the office part of camp that happens to make sure that everything going on outside can stay happening, and we can be ready, and we can have the supplies we need, and we can have schedules that we need, and people are in the right places at the right times to take care of campers as we need to. So I just thought I'd give you a quick glimpse of the maybe not super often times that I spend at my desk in the summer, but we are at our desks occasionally in the summer to get stuff done as well. So this is one of those times. I'm realizing as I'm walking today that I did do a lot of cool things today. I did not have the camera to record them, so I apologize for that. Yesterday I told you how I fixed all those swings, and we have another one now that is broken. We have another swing broken, so I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I will try really hard to remember to bring the camera along so I can record it for y'all to see that project. But today I had to run a bunch of errands in the truck. I went and picked up some parts for the mower and some supplies for ResCamp and a Sam's Club order for the pickle shack so we could restock that so it's ready for the rest of this week. This is a really big week for day camp for us, and it's been going so good. Even though the temperatures have been hot, like the actual temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, the feels like in the hundreds, our staff has just had an amazingly great attitude, and the kids are having a really good time. They did gel ball today across the street over there. So they walked over, played gel ball, and I actually just talked to a camper and he talked about how fun it was. So that was really cool to hear. We got those new gel blasters, so I'm glad those are working out well and that they're having fun playing it. So that makes me really happy. Tomorrow morning, I need to do a little bit of work on the skim pad. I know that's kind of been a running thing for these last 3 weeks, but our tarp over there is getting a little old and a little beat up, so we're gonna have to look at replacing that for next summer. But that is a fairly hefty investment, so I'm looking at some different options and some different ways that we could get something out there to hold the water in the skim pad that'll last a little longer than what we're currently using. What we're currently using isn't really meant for what we use it for, so yeah, just trying to find something that will hold up a little longer, a little better, and be cost effective. So that is a few things that's been going on at camp today. But like I said, the biggest things, I didn't really show it much, but the biggest thing is that kids are having a great time, and I just love watching it. And in day camp every day, during Bible time, the word's being proclaimed in day camp, and in res camp twice a day, in chapel time, and then at cabin devos a few times a day, every day, scripture's being read also, and I just love it. So that is kind of what's been going on this week, and we're supposed to get some weather. I don't know if you can see the clouds. They're just saying, I mean, they're calling it thunderstorms, but today we had a little bit of rain, a little bit of thunder that had to clear the pool, unfortunately, but it was only for like 30 minutes, and then everything was well out of range and we could get kids back in the pool, so that was nice. And tonight's gonna be a little hit or miss, tomorrow's gonna be a little hit or miss, Thursday's gonna be a little hit or miss, Friday's gonna be a little hit or miss. I think just with these hot temperatures, we're just kind of bracing ourselves for potential weather that will affect our programs here and there. So yeah, I think that's all my words for today, so I'll see you tomorrow. A surprise on my walk as I'm walking here. I'm going to step down this very carefully and gingerly. This is not something we would let kids do. But I noticed something floating here, kind of floating in the creek. So I'm going to pop on down and get this guy back, because it is a disc golf disc. Yay! Ooh, it's real soft down here. Look at that. It's a nice little, one of our putter slash approach discs. I don't know if that went in recently or if it just washed down the creek with the little bit of rain we had today, but hey, we got it. So that's exciting. I'll bring that back tomorrow. and now we can continue our walk home. Way to go, AZ staff. That is looking absolutely amazing. Hopefully in the next little bit here, that will be our new debris circle. Well, that was just a little clap of thunder. That's good, because our outside group looks like they are done and off the zip line. So hopefully they got their whole experience in. And we moved our res camp cabin calls already to the basketball courts, so that if something like that happened, they will probably be moving inside right now. But at least they don't have to move very far. They can finish their cabin calls and head to dinner. Well, good Wednesday morning. I am leaving my house. It's a little before 7. On my walk with the dog this morning, I saw that we had lost a branch last night. You can kind of see it down there off to the side. It had fallen across the driveway. After I finished walking my puppy, I went and got the gator, used the winch to move it at least off the driveway. So we're gonna go for a quick drive around camp and just see if anything else went down last night. Everything over here is good. I walked the initiatives, those seem good. At least over here, everything else is all right. But you know, we have a lot of trees back over there, and so we're gonna go check them out and make sure that they're still standing.